control their people. They will people up when they reach shore, the water bring it to us, and we down and go. Our community not safe. When it's come to the people area, the people not here to control their people. They will people up when they reach shore, the water bring it to us, and we down and go. Our well is polluted. So we are crying, calling upon the government to come or rescue. So even get out here to go in the market, not easy for us. You have to jump over 4 to 5 people before you go to buy your food. When you come from buying your food, you cook, know where to eat. Because imagination took care of people. So a part in the community will not follow people on the road. And they got leadership. So we don't know why the leadership treated on the desk. And we went to him once. He told us that you're going to be an announcement. And since then, we're not hearing from him. They call him Jim. He's a touchy. I feel bad because we're not living decent life here. Yeah, our community is well polluted. We're not even living good life here because a person that we drink from our well, we get sick from cholera. We don't know. And we draw water from the well drinking. We want the government to come in and meet with the touchy to tell maybe he don't know the responsibility. Let the government help us to tell him what to do in the community. A South community, so that we can be in peace. Because we're not in peace at all when it comes to the people base.
Maybe Africa, the people, when they face a death, they can't even say on our road, no way for all to even pass. When you pass, we say, you even come from buying your food, and say, so you finish cooking, you even able to eat. So we suffering. The water they coming down here, getting in our way. And we don't know what to do. Say, even you sit down eat from your hotel, the people can come and sit down eat from you, they toilet. Or even in the yard, when you're not there, they come and sit in toilet. The simple business, the people doing the time. They even can't sit down ready for you. They want toilet.
Our community not safe when it's come to the people area. The people not here to control their people. They will people up when they reach shore. They will bring it to us.
It's a dawn of a new day again in Liberia, and I'm always here smiling. I'm always happy to be here as we talk national issues. Today is Monday, and it is the 10th day in the month of February AD 2025. Welcome to another edition of the Kear Morning Show, and it's on Kear Radio here. For those of you listening to us via radio, where you can search for us on Facebook, Kear Network, KEARNETWRK, Kear Network, or subscribe to our YouTube channel at Kear Communications Network. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. A couple of issues to talk about this morning on the show. But before that, every time you wake up in the morning, give thanks and praises to God. Tell Him thank you for the gift of life, because the life you're on is not yours. So appreciate God for the next day, And of course, what do we have for you this morning on the show? The issues are many, but we'll look at the key ones, the ones that are important to Liberians and the world. On Wednesday, as a matter of fact, February 12th, the day just after the Armed Forces Day, the political leader of the Alternative National Congress, Alexander Benedict Cummings, will, for the first time since the 2023 elections, have this media engagement. It's going to be a major one. And that press conference, as a matter of fact, is going to be live on Kear Network, and it's going to be also on the radio. So for those of you who not have the opportunity to be there, just listen to Kear Radio on Wednesday at 12. Yes, Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummings, political leader of ANC, will be speaking to the media. Kear Radio is one of the media institutions that have been invited. Tomorrow is February 11th, and it is Armed Forces Day. We hope to speak with the communications person there at the Ministry of Defense. These guys with their unexpected data, uninspired data bonus. But that's it. And of course, Minister of Health cries out. The Minister of Health, in fact, the Minister herself have cried. She has complained that patients and nurses, there should be this cordial relationship. The constraints that patients go through at the various health centers is alarming. So the minister has come out to speak on something. We'll talk about that a bit. And so on the other hand, over the weekend, the Liberty Party had a convention in Monserrado, and there were some officials being elected to serve key positions. One of those persons is Deputy Minister for Technical Services at the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, Daniel Sando. Though he has a ministerial position, a very top position, serving in government, but he's been appointed. He's been appointed at a very lucrative position in the party, the Liberty Party. The Vice Chair for Press and Public Affairs. Senator Dara Zeno was also elected Vice Chair Political Affairs. Yomli Kangla maintained her seat. And so that's it. We'll talk about President Boakai's dedication. He dedicated Sanitary, sanitation, something that has to do with water in the Tottenham bread to the people of Bomi. But we're gonna look at that also and talk about it. Other issues we talk about here. My name is Jefferson Weah, and I'm not here alone today. Yeah, the editor here, Editor Lee Monju, our editor in chief at Kear Radio, is on the platform. We hope to be joined by Princess Kamara and Aloysius Chie so that we can rumble around these issues. So be there. While we're here, let's have a discussion. Okay, folks. So welcome to it. Welcome to the show this morning. Like I said, we have a couple of issues to talk about. And also, yes, Gloria Mususka as well. She spoke at the Liberty Party convention and she made some strong statements that she called on political parties to serve with sincerity because according to what those in opposition are government in waiting and the young people depend on them. All right. So, yes, let me cross over to my editor, my colleague, Lee Monju. Lee, good morning. Welcome to the show this morning.
Good morning, Jeff.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good morning, Jeff, and good morning to.
I don't know whether I'm. Am I getting you? You want to go again?
Good morning, Jeff. I think it's my.
Yeah. Okay, you better go ahead.
Okay, good morning, Jeff, and good morning to our many listeners in Radio Land and via our social media page. It is good to be on this platform this morning to discuss issues of national concern. You know, and there's the way to go. We have to keep highlighting issues that are of national concern to ensure Liberia becomes the Liberia we want to see. So it is a pleasure to be on this platform.
Indeed, it is a pleasure. We want to see the kind of Liberia that we all envision, the Liberia that we hope to see in 2030, as the everyone is anticipating. Lee, on over the weekend, the Liberty Party had a convention, and there was keynote people that, in fact, some key stakeholders who were invited. And I saw Yeke Konuba was also invited. He said he was invited, and then Councillor Gloria Mususka, former Chief Justice of Liberia, she was there, and she made a statement calling on political parties, to serve with sincerity, with the kind of, honesty, because according to her, well, young people, in fact, they are government in waiting. Young people will look after them to see a very good country.
So let's begin with the statement made by the former Chief Justice, Councillor Gloria Mususka. I think her statement is somehow important, speaking to our national leaders, those in government, those out of government. There has been this tendency in Liberia where if you are in opposition, you would not want any good thing to happen, because if good things happens, you might not be considered during the next election.
Okay.
So this has always been in the Liberian politics that opposition leaders will always criticize and not wanting good things to happen. So our statement was good that being an opposition, it means you are government in waiting, and that's true.
Okay.
It means you are government in waiting. So if any good things happen, it's not only happening for probably the ruling establishment, it is also happening for the country at large. So it is time that members of the opposition start to put themselves in the position that, though I'm not in government, but I need to help budget government, the national government effort to ensure the right thing is done. Our people have access to safe drinking water. Our people have access to good health facility, and all of that. It is important, but we barely see people from the opposition bloc make those interventions. I think it is important. You need not to wait for election. That's why many times I front at politicians who are in opposition bloc, but wait
At the dying minute, yeah.
because you want to be elected. So you use the condition of the people. When did you get to know that the people in the community never had safe drinking water? When you got to know that you needed to buttress national government efforts to ensure citizens or residents of a district have access to safe drinking water or good healthcare delivery. When you get to know, it is because tomorrow is election. So people in opposition bloc, political leaders within the opposition need to correct the wrongs, need to start working, need to start doing what should be done. And it's not only about election, because if Lee Monju as residents of District 17 built a implement District 17 today, I need not to go back to the resident of District 17 few months to election or few days to election to say elect me because I build hempon. They will know that, you know, I'm that kind of person, whether elected or not. I will always do what I'm supposed to do. So the sincerity of opposition leaders, I think opposition leaders will have to make an amendment.
And this has become a tendency wherein they just wait. Like we in 2025, you will not see them coming around. They're just sitting on the fence watching. Like you said, indeed, they no, but it has always been no one in opposition will want to see. I mean, one person who is in power to succeed. And if we continue in that path where I don't want the men to succeed, it will always be Liberia will just where like I always want to use Kumi's statement that you cannot keep doing the same thing and expect different results. Yeah, so we'll just remain there. But indeed, she made a good statement.
She made a good statement. And also, John Bicama Lawrence was she was inducted.
She maintained her position as political leader. Yeah,
and I think, and she also made a statement. A statement where during the election, during the 2023 election, there was this internal
wrangling within the Liberty Party.
So some officials of the Liberty Party they contested on the Unity Party ticket because at that time Unity Party was in opposition. So they used that means to contest on the Unity Party ticket. So the political leader of the Liberty Party said, though we have some of our members contesting on the Unity Party ticket, but they have been recalled back to the Liberty Party after we have settled our differences. So they are no longer member of the Unity Party.
They
are now member of the Liberty Party. We have informed President Boakai that we have recalled our members back. So
and so with that, I took something from her statement that she said, though we supported the Unity Party, but since we have gone back and we reconciled, well, we will remain critical, or will be critical if the government does wrong. We'll put the government in check. So then it brings me now to where Daniel Sando, who is the Deputy Minister for Technical Services at the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, is now serving. He was elected as the Vice Chair for Press and Public Affairs of the Liberty Party. So if he is serving as a Deputy Minister, and then he being the Vice Chair for Press and Public Affairs of the Liberty Party, if something goes wrong, do you think Daniel Sando, who is in, the position in the capacity as minister and then as vice chair for opposition political party, do you think Daniel Sando is going to be, that robust to say, oh, this, because man, you're in government, you have to, they say you can criticize, you can say.
So, and more besides, Daniel Sando is not just assistant minister at Labour Ministry, assistant minister at the Ministry of He's assistant minister at the Ministry.
Deputy minister
at the Ministry of
Information. The mouthpiece of the government.
The Ministry of Information, they have a strict mandate to propagate the government's message.
Of course.
So, Daniel Sando would not criticize the Unity Party government if the Unity Party government goes wrong. It's obvious. Being at the Ministry of Information, you are mandated to propagate the message.
Whether the government says the wrong, does the wrong thing, you have to make it right.
Make it right. So that's one thing about being a propagandist. So, and then there has been this call that those holding on party positions that are
served
by the president should resign their party.
Their position from the party.
From the party. And Jefferson time it baffles me because this has been the argument for the long years during the time of the CDC, during the time of President Weah for 6 years. This has been something that with Unity Party, when Daniel Sando and others were in opposition, those were some of the discussions that they frequently had, that people are having government positions, they are still holding on to party positions. They must resign. They must resign. But this is what we are now. The boys in their court, and they are doing the same. And the reason I've been hearing this thing, that Unity Party CDC, Unity Party CDC, it's just the same ball game.
Yeah, obviously.
Things Unity Party people will criticize CDC for doing. If CDC people comes on,
they will criticize.
Unity Party people comes on, they do the same. So, to me, with this, Library is going nowhere. I think like it carries up back to the statement of the former Chief Justice that government officials, opposition leaders should start to think out of the box, should start to do the right thing to ensure Liberia get on path. Remember, Liberia is one of the oldest countries on the continent.
Africa, in fact.
So we are still having a kind of politics wherein things you criticized yesterday, you will do it today because you only criticizing it because you are not in the position. So to me, Daniel Sano cannot be deputy minister of the Ministry of Information. He still hold on to party position. Young Bikanga said they will criticize the Unity Party if the Unity Party goes wrong. Though they supported the Unity Party, they will criticize the Unity Party if the party goes wrong. So why about to criticize the party for their wrongdoing? Official of your party is holding position at the level of the party. You also deputy minister of the Ministry of Information. I think Yomdi Kanga Lauren should try to take action before she try to talk to the Unity Party about some missteps. I think it is important for her to make some correction in-house at the Liberty Party. That look, Daniel Sando, though you have met him, because that position, he has been in that position for some time now, and he has been met him. So, Daniel Sando, you have served this position. Now you are in government, I think, and your position is an appointed position. It's about time that you let go of this position because you are in government. If you do that and start to criticize the Unity Party government for some of their wrongdoings, then we will see sincerity in your criticism.
Yeah, obviously.
If not, nobody will take you serious. They'll say, oh, the Unity Party government, they are not doing it. Because you got people within your party that are part of this government and they are holding on to party position. At the same time, deputy minister in government, you are doing nothing about it. You are paying something, then you say
because when I read the thing and I was kind of like, but what are you telling me that Daniel Sando, who is the deputy minister for technical services, and then who comes in defense all the time for the government, and now he's been appointed as vice chair? I don't know whether he appointed or he was elected, but he's been inducted now as vice chair for president of Liberty Party. You think Daniel Sando will say? And I was kind of confused. Well, how I don't know whether we could reach out to. I tried getting we could reach out to him, Daniel Sando, so that maybe we could. But it's a difficult thing in all fairness, in reality, because mind you, like you said, right? There's been a constant call. I remember when Jefferson Koji was serving as mayor of the city of Monrovia, and then he was also the national youth league chair of the CDC, and then there was this call, oh, they may have to resign, and he was another person, the secretary general has to resign. You can't be in the party and be saying this, you be in government, what have you. And so, but this is a continuous. It's just like it's a government and continuity.
Government.
So
That just it. And just at certain level, people need now to tell you certain things.
mm-hmm.
People need now to tell Daniel that Daniel you gotta resign your party position because
obviously he's aware.
I think telling Daniel that Daniel you will have to resign. I think it will be some level of, I don't know, for his level. I think he should have that sense of reasoning to say no. Someone need now to tell me that I need to resign. I must resign.
Of course.
Well, why were you even
thinking to
move, or why were you even thinking
to have accepted as far the vice chair position? You the mouthpiece, you present public affairs, you have to come in
so
defense.
So you were just for speaking of institution.
Yeah.
So you'll be speaking for the Liberty Party, be speaking for government.
Yeah, so if President Boakai have some misstep, or the government have some missteps, and Liberty Party wants to release a press statement, who's going to do it? If they want to have a press conference and the director of press will have to do, so who would do that?
So the thing is,
it's just
sometimes I wonder that are there now people who are capable to serve in those positions that other people don't want to leave? Because if Lee is the vice chair for public affairs at the level of the Liberty Party, after I shall have served for more than 4, 5, 6 years, and then I get a appointed position in government, chair, there are other people who are down the ladder that need to serve. Is there no one at that level?
With all the guys in the Liberty Party, and there are guys in the party who can really talk as well. Maybe you could serve as a mentor to them, or as a guidance to them. Since you serving, say, okay, you have to do this. You'll be here. You will be the vice chair for press. So do this, do that. You don't have to be in the forefront. You can be behind the scene, and just be instructing. Then because what I'm saying is this. I see that even with the CDC in opposition, you see that though Jefferson Koji is not the youth league chair anymore, he's the secretary general, but Jefferson Koji still has oversight responsibilities. He still provides this mentorship. He still tells the guys what to do, how to run, the youth league.
Because there's a saying that you have to sit on the old mat
to plant the new
so
one.
Obviously, you will always provide guidance. So I don't know for what reason the understand some still want to maintain his position as.
You'll be taking pay from the party and then taking pay from the government. Well, that's it. So is Liberians are just it there, but we wish the Liberty Party well. Musa Belete finally. I don't think he's not because he wasn't. So the party has a new chairperson now, Rookie Barry of District 1, Representative Rookie Barry. Congratulations to all those elected. But Daniel Sando, I think you have to do something. Priscilla Cooper as well, vice chairperson for legislative affairs. Oh wow, I ain't almost from the capital. So okay, so let's talk about another issue here that has to do with health also. This call about this whole crowd, the issue with health. Patients go to hospital and they complain on nurses. Nurses too, they complain on patients, sometimes on pregnant women. But the head of the Ministry of Health, Dr. Louis Poto, who was appointed as health minister, now she has cried over this the lack of compassionate care, for patients at various health facilities. She's saying that, well, nurses, some doctors, they don't know how to talk, and I think she wants them to be more robust. I'm not robust, but tolerant, to just be more persuasive, be ethical in their role as nurses.
Jeff, one of the things is having compassion for people you provide service for. Ethics in every profession is key and very important. So I'm not sure nurses, doctors, and during that time of study, I think they were lectured on how to take good care of the patient.
Mm.
Because for me, I believe that the reception or the way you handle the patient is even more than the drugs you will give to the patient to
Mhm.
to to kill that malaria, that typhoid, or whatsoever sickness. And this is one of the things that is lacking at various hospitals and clinics. You know, there has always been this call that the issue of healthcare delivery in Liberia is not up to date. There is no drugs at government hospital, no budgetary support to the Ministry of Health, no beds. You know, there's there have been a lot of cracks. But one of the key things is how do doctors and nurses
Mhm.
take good care of patients?
Mhm.
It's key. The last time was at Redemption in Neguton. I think Redemption is one of the biggest government referral hospitals.
Yeah, in Liberia, of course, of course.
The last time I was at Redemption, it was on a Sunday. Peace be to Arches and Big Brother,
Yeah.
it was never it was on a Sunday. So while we were at the hospital, we were around the building while he was being treated with AIDS. And then there was this patient, a female.
Mm.
She came on her car, and then she was unable to get down from the
Yeah.
car
Yeah.
and walk all by herself.
To yes, to just enter the
So
facility.
it was like the security was like, you can't get up on it.
Imagine.
In fact, the security want to call one of the nurses. You can't get up on the car. You can't get up. We're not here for that. So I was like, you really think if this person was well,
They would have sat in that car and just be waiting for
they
someone
would
to come and
not
told them. They would have
They
come.
would not come. They are not well. This person is not well. That's why the
Mhm.
person came to get treated. The person is somehow ill. That's why the person is staying in the car. This
Mhm.
person needs help. And for God in heaven's sake, there is this wheelchair
Yeah.
at every hospital
Mhm.
that if you are able to walk
To
all by
walk,
yourself,
just
you
put
can
you
use.
bring it and you sit.
So and there were wheelchairs there,
Imagine.
but she was complaining that like the person she was demanding the person to get down from the car. So
Hmm.
I was just like, what a wow. I had to leave my position I was in
Mm.
to come
And
help the
help the
person.
lady.
So after I helped the lady, I gave her my shoulder. She helped me. I gave her. After she was treated, she was much more better. She could walk. She could walk all by herself. So when she came, she was somewhere in the end. I was like, this is what
Yeah.
nurses, doctors
You
should
I
be
mean,
doing.
even they are paid for doing
You
these
are
things.
paid regardless of what you receive,
Mhm.
regardless government delay your
That's your
salary,
profession.
regardless
That's what you sign
government
up
pay
to.
you peanuts. You decided to be a doctor or
Yeah,
nurse.
a nurse.
You must work in that capacity. Who told you all of the professions? Who told you journalism very rich in making
No.
money? No, we sign up to do this, so we have to do it. We
Mhm.
wake up from our homes as early as 4, 5 o'clock to be here,
Yeah.
to do what we love doing. This what we love doing. That's why I say to most of my friends, I say, if you ever thought that journalism
It's a place where
you will get rich and build the best of
when you're
myself, you are
joking,
lying. You are joking. You are a joker.
you gotta go do blackmailing.
So
Just forget it.
every profession comes with passion.
With passion.
So Jeff, once you are a nurse or doctor, once you have passion for that profession, regardless of what they take you, you should be very passionate about what you do. You should
Obviously.
cater to people because that's what you signed up to do.
Mhm.
So Washington was very, it was in the right footing. Both the crying, lack of drug and hospital. Sometimes if even drug is there, once you are not giving proper care to a patient,
It's just of no use. But look at what happened to the girl, the one musician who died over there in 2017. Imagine proper care was not given because he mixed the treatment, they mixed the medication, the drugs and
You
things.
don't,
So
you don't see that anxiety
yeah, in
in
there,
nurses to say, oh, where's the patient?
yeah.
What is going on? What is doing? You don't see that anxiety in them.
Hmm.
In fact, sometimes you carry someone with a very in a very bad condition, the nurses will be sitting in their chairs, be playing with their phones. It is very bad. I think actions need to be taken.
Obviously.
Authorities of the Ministry of Health need to do a regular check.
And that's why I'm coming now, because the health minister, Dr. Louis Poto, though she had made it, but it's not just to, to say it. Someone will say, well, it's just a showmanship. The minister will just say it. And what have you. Yes. But it requires a task force, that will monitor all of these facilities. Sometimes you just go and sit there in disguise, because nurses do not know all of the people who work at the Ministry of Health. Sometimes you just go there, pretend to go for treatment or so, and see the way they treat patients over there. Imagine somebody is pregnant, and then sometimes, let me send you there, let me tell you to go get, you don't see these things happening in the Western world. But Liberia, they will talk, sometimes they would talk to the pregnant woman. The woman is going through pain already. At that stage now, she needs to be pampered and what people let me send you there, stop making noise, people hear me. Yes.
That's why many times when women are pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
they don't like to go to government hospital.
Yeah.
They prefer private clinics. I'm not saying private clinics, nurses don't behave the same. But at certain level, at private clinics, it is much
more attention has been paid to people there.
Yeah. But sometimes they will have to go there because it is government hospital. Though it is not free, though you will pay for whatever thing, whatever medication will be given to you, though it is often said it is free. We know it to be free, but it is not free. But because of the level of doctors, anyway, the good of doctors and other things, so people prefer government hospitals. But government hospital, the authorities of the Ministry of Health, like we said, they need to do a regular patrol or regular check at various health facilities across the country to ensure that nurses are doing what they signed up to do. If anyone,
they have to build that interpersonal relationship, man. Honestly,
if anyone see doing contrary to what they're supposed to be doing, I think action need to be taken. Jeff, if authorities of the Ministry of Health, Health Minister, Deputy Health Minister of Administration, if people from the Ministry of Health try to do these things, trust me, nurses will get serious. Well, many times nurses will be like, no one from the Ministry of Health will easily come in. Let me play with my phone. Let me do this. Let me do that. So you find out that it will be a regular thing, a day-to-day thing, as years go on.
And obviously, so the basic thing is, some of them, because some of these nurses, they went to these community schools or to get trainings and what have you, but she stressed on hospitals and clinics administrators to get training, to hire trainers to train their staff and what have you. But I think, amen, you can be a health worker. I mean, a health worker, and then you're saying, well, you basic things that you need to know. I don't know. I always told people, you can learn everything from the school, from the classroom. There are some things that nobody have to teach you. It's just something that you know, that this is black and this is white. I don't need somebody to tell me that this is white. I myself know. But I mean, you are a nurse. That's a professional field. For somebody to come tell you to learn how to talk, it should teach you manners as a professional person again. Well, this is Liberia. This is Liberia, folks. We're talking issues surrounding the country. We talk about health a bit. We talk the Liberty Party issue. So Alexander Cummings will be having his major press conference on Wednesday after the 2020 elections. Cummings has not spoken.
Sure. I don't know. He has been on a political sabbatical. So it means now returning to the political scene after being on the sideline for almost a year, because it was 2023 October during that period. It was the time he had too many media engagement. Since then he has not spoken. But I think his speech gonna highlight some issues of national concern. There are lots to talk about, ranging from government commitment to ensure accountability, transparency in government, and Government officials must resign from party positions. This has all been issues for months. I think declaration of assets about government officials is another thing. I don't know. I don't know for what reason people will not want to adhere to the mandates of their political godfather, their political leader. Jeff, again, once you're a political leader, you putting bread on my table. You give me the opportunity to serve my country. Like it is often said, service to country is the most is the most prestigious thing.
Of course. Oh yeah.
So you may be working for a private institution making millions of dollars, but you will not be more pleased than serving your country. You'll be more pleased than serving your country than working for hundreds of thousands of dollars, because serving your country, it brings a lot of pride. Because there are other people who are more educated than you. There are other people who are more experienced than you, but you were handpicked to serve
because
in a particular position. So you cannot make me. You cannot provide that opportunity for me to serve my country, and then you mandate me to do certain things.
And I can't.
And to me, there should just be a regular routine that whenever you take on government office, whenever you take on a appointed position, you're in government, you must declare your asset. If you have any party position,
you must relinquish that position.
It is not something the president needs to say. Granted, the president had to say it and said it.
So then why
are you reneging? Why are you playing the late?
Is it a gross disrespect to the president that you don't respect the president's?
But I just show that
the president doesn't have control over you.
The president doesn't have control. You do not respect him. You do not respect the office. So it just come out saying, "Look, Mr. President, you appointed me as this minister, deputy minister, for that issue of declaring my asset, resigning from my party."
We get it. President,
what do you respect? You know, I look up a lot.
What do you respect? I get to it. So what is that?
It's just about being disrespectful to someone you call your political godfather, someone who has given you the opportunity to serve country. It just been disrespectful to them.
Obviously, it's a complete disrespect.
Those are some of the issues I think Mr. Lezana comments.
We'll look at it. We'll highlight. Yeah. And
another thing is government's decision to pick ex-central bank governor.
Yeah.
Aloysius Tari.
A huge sum of money.
Our man is an uncle. It is about time that as an uncle come out to speak. You know, like I've said, there have always been this composition. There have always been a composition. CDC Unity Party, CDC Unity Party. I think since the Civil War, it has been almost 18, 19 years now.
Two parties.
Unity Party 12 years, CDC 6 years.
18 now.
19. So for about almost 20 years now, it has just been CDC Unity Party, and there is not. We are not getting what we want.
It's like being.
You know what I mean? Almost 20 years after our civil conflict, we are still riding on the roads we are riding on. The road we were on before 20 civil war. I think we're riding on that.
Before we were even born.
We are still riding on the civil.
And we having our children.
Thanks to those people who built this road.
So
if they are not building, we're going to be different place. So there's the issue of Unity Party, CDC, and there is no big change. I'm not saying, I seem to be correct. I'm not saying the Unity Party doing for 12 years, doing Madam Salif did not do nothing. Yeah. They did something. CDC 12 and 6 years, they do something. President Boakai 4 years, he's doing a lot. But I think our expectation have been high for the kind of work we
are seeing, right?
18, 19, 20 freaking years, we are still in the position we are in. Only CDC Unity, I think we
still have challenge with electricity, water.
people still chasing their lawmakers, say, "Where you about?" Or
All those kind of chicanery and but honestly, I think Mr. Cummings, for the first time, his speech will mean a lot, and many people want to listen to him. Since owing to the fact that the president had already delivered his, I mean, second state of the nation, because Cummings did not speak when the president delivered the first one, and so now that he's coming, I think he's going to look at the rule of law. Cummings is, I see, he's one man who I've seen. He seems to be very tough and straight. So I think he'll look at the rule of law, good governance, the economy, and our judicial system. I don't know. I hope you will also talk about the Capitol building saga, the impasse at the Capitol.
some lawmakers from the angle of the CDC have not been attending session. Have not been attending
Yeah,
session.
yeah,
And that is
yeah.
because, according to them, they don't want
To sit under of Fanatikofa when the Supreme Court has now ruled.
Because according to the sitting under the gavel of Speaker Richard Kun would be like
We're making
people are
legitimate.
endorsing, like
Yeah.
he's kind of legitimate.
And that's the point of Fanatikofa.
Yeah.
Fanatikofa, that's his point. Because since he's gone to the court, he says, well, I can sit under that man. Since the Supreme Court has now ruled, I can sit under him. Because sitting under him would make him a legal, I mean, speaker.
So do you see where this political scuffle at the legislature has led us to people not representing their districts?
Of course.
But the Supreme Court is still saying that it is not compulsory that we interpret our previous ruling. Yeah, we know it is not compulsory, but it put us on national government.
I don't know what
people must represent their district. They were elected to represent their district, and because of this thing, they are no longer going for sections.
And they're taking pay too.
They are taking pay. They are taking a single money. They are taking over.
It's sad. It's very sad.
They are taking tens and thousands of dollars, but they are not going to section only because of this. Ima representative. You
get called over for Chonta speaker. So, you use the word Chonta, I'll put you outside. I will come. I will come a minute to come put you outside the studio.
So we the sincere thing we gotta be serious about the governance issues of our country, because the economy say the government, the political class, they drive the development of every country.
Yeah, sure.
Once the political class, people we elect, once they are now looking in the direction they should look in, we will go nowhere. The sole purpose of a private entity or a private business to maximize
profit.
So if private people, they are not concerned about your rules is yes, they may be concerned about the rules, they may be concerned with legislation because it has it has benefit or effect on what they will earn, but their main concern is the maximum.
The maximum, yeah.
But government should be key about our roads, say drinking water, electricity. So the people within our political class, they drive the development agenda of our country, and they must act appropriately.
How would they act?
They must act timely. Jeff, failure for the judiciary to interpret, or the Supreme Court to interpret a previous ruling. We spend 6 years, we're not listening to some of our lawmakers.
Not at all.
Like many attempts we used to listen to conversation with lawmakers about the budget. No, this one should not be. No, this one should not be. But the budget will just pass. The budget will pass within a finger of an eye.
I think it was too fast.
We know the thing is, it is glaring that every president will want to have his or her own speaker. But the thing is,
the channel
in which it is done. Sometimes you go on bargaining. You say, man, we need this leadership. It is politics. It happens. It happens everywhere. It is politics. It happens everywhere. Sometimes you go about it. Sometimes the thing is your strategy or your move.
Yeah.
It should not be in violation of the law, because if your move is in violation of the law, trust me, you are government. If you will try to if you start to disrespect or violate the law, why move about opposition?
Mm.
Why move about opposition? The opposition will move in a certain direction, owing to the fact that you are the one that initiated it.
Yeah.
I'm not urging opposition to do that, but I'm saying there's a probability. You are
Mm-hmm.
opening a space for something of such to happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And this is not a liberal one. This is not a liberal one to see. We want to see a liberal where the rules of law will be respected,
Yeah. Yeah.
citizen view will be respected, people's rights will not be infringed upon, and so on. Because the rule of law is very key. Because it is the rule of law that guide you from your house to come here. It is the rule of law that will guide you from here to go and go to your duty. It is the rule of law that will guide you from your place of assignment to go back to your house.
Mm-hmm.
It is the rule of law. So once we start to disrespect the rule of law, trust me,
We're not going
we're not
anywhere.
going anywhere.
Exactly. We're not going anywhere. But we hope that Labrador will get better. We hope that these things we talk about. That's why I said Mr. Cummins' press conference will border, around several issues, several things on that day. It's going to be I'm looking at a timetable here. It's going to be
I think the
yeah,
afternoon hour.
yeah, 12 to 2 p.m. Yes, 12 to 2 p.m. Massey Event Center, New Georgia, opposite St. Michael. That's where it's going to be. And I'm seeing it's going to be hosted by T. Max Stracte of 5050, Julius J, Kevin Demi, by Best, Leonard Dudu, the investigator, Magdalene Sa. So those are the panelists, the co-hosts. So it's gonna be it's a whole, I mean, whole lot of things that will be said, and then
So Liberia is getting better, but Liberia is getting better on a very slow pace. I think national leaders need to move faster a bit to ensure that we get speedy development,
oh,
because we have gone more than 80 years since the civil crisis.
oh yeah,
We are still in this position.
since
So national leaders got to move a bit faster, because we are not getting younger anymore. Our ages keep adding up.
well,
The last time I checked, I barb my hair, I saw a few white hairs and more. So
but it is what it is, Liberia. We hope things will get better in this country. Uh, uh, wow, wow, mm, wow. I will look at its leak audio on another day.
so another thing that happens over the
I will
weekend,
look at it another day and talk about it.
another thing that happens over the weekend is the the burning of the cocoa plantation of Representative
Marvin Cole, Josiah Marvin Cole.
Avon County. When a man cocoa farm there, cocoa farm is not cassava farm. Cocoa farm, if you're doing cocoa business, cocoa take years,
Mm-hmm.
years
To start bearing fruits.
to reach the level it should reach. And according to Marvin Cole, he invested over 250,000 in that farm. And that farm was just burned in a single of an hour.
Mm.
And
I
then,
don't, yeah, I
I
don't
don't know
know
for
why
what
people would just decide to. I mean, it's just all about down to destroying a nation. You destroying development. You stopping production. You're stopping a county from benefiting. You stopping other people from being employed. Because if Marvin Cole, for whatever reasons, have wronged whoever, the cocoa farm he has in Bon County It's not in his own house. It's not in his bedroom. It is in his county over, I think, three. How many hundred trees?
And,
30,000 trees or so.
and the thing about it, it is not only Marvin Code that is
The
benefiting.
entire people,
People are being employed
the
to work.
district, the county.
People are being employed to work.
Mm-hmm.
Potential buyer will troop into one county
Mm-hmm.
after the cocoa have reached the level it should reach for purchase.
It opens the business
It opens
the business hub in Bon County.
County. So I don't know for what reason. Sometimes people will wrong you. Obviously,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
people will wrong you. People will step on your toes. But at times, you just think about the overall interest of the country, the overall interest of the citizen.
Mm-hmm.
Jefferson, we are wrong to me. But if I do this to Jefferson, I'm not only hurting Jefferson. Jefferson is associated with this. Is associated with this. So I think I will be hurting this person. I will be hurting this person. I will be taking birth from this person more if I do this to Jefferson. So sometimes Liberians, regardless, I don't know if that was done for political reason. I don't know if that was done for personal reason. But I think it is about time that we think out of the box. Like many a times I've always said to people, for this nation to progress, our human mind, capacity building, we need to do much more in capacity building because
Change your mind, change your attitude.
Once citizens' minds are not once our minds are not up to a certain level, we'll just do things. Like you saw similar issue at the capital. People set the capital ablaze. I don't want to say people set the capital ablaze. Capital, and people are being accused of burning the capital. Do I have issue with the investigation? The channel.
The channel for how long?
But if that was done by an individual, if that was deliberately done by an individual for political reason, I think it should be condemned in all forms. You could be who it should be condemned in all forms. Whether your right was your rights were infringed upon, you should not have gone that route. The action, that action should be condemned. But again, check if the people to capture Benin are being accused, I'll bring people in being accused of doing this. Whoever they come on, man, whoever they went bomb country.
Imagine.
Probably the man one day Navinko was passing and we still was doing
so you got angry and said, okay, say we were doing stuff, I'll go point funding.
And again when people do this, nothing is done. Absolutely nothing is done. Probably will get here for 2 days, the person has been charged and sent to court, you go to the person come out. It happens with people who are doing illegal businesses around the place. So rule of law, like I've always said, rule of law is a key component. It's key. Because once our rule of law have been violated upon, trust me,
the country will be disorderly conduct all over.
All over the place. People will do things that they are not.
They just go out with impunity. And of course, young people, I think we should put our acts together. Look, get yourself involved to do something instead of allowing yourselves being caught up in web. The art of burning things is not good. I don't know where this, and thanks to the police there, thanks to the residents. In fact, the guy who chased after him, he did extremely well because the man chased after him. According to the story, the back he rode, the gasoline finished, and so he had to lead it back, and so there's no way. So the community, with the help of the community and the police, kudos to the police, the Batala police commander there. I mean, you did well for that, and it's a wonderful thing. But we hope the investigation will lead to a fruitful result. We don't want an investigation that will be partial, or maybe something. Right, this is the Kear Morning Show here on Kear Radio FM 95.9. Jefferson, Weah, Lee Monju. We're here ahead of tomorrow's celebration. Tomorrow's Armed Forces Day. We try to get to the communication person at Defense. Can get Mr. Lander. So we'll leave it at that. But I don't know whether we can just talk about it. But before then, I want to talk about later. Maybe it could be the last year that will take course tomorrow. is Armed Forces Day. Um, since the Civil War, uh, former President Taylor came, there was the same army continued, and then war broke out in 2003 that led to former President Taylor leaving and going to The Hague. In 2005, there was an election that brought former President Salih. 2006, she was inaugurated, and there was a reform process that went on. The army was dissolved, and then recruitment went on and on and on and that. And for 12 years, Madam Salif led with the presence of the army, and we had international community, the USAID, coming in to fund to aid our process to train our men, our gallant men and women of the armed forces. And the last time Madam Salif celebrated, it was the 66. Yes, the 66 celebration, 66, 67. Okay, the 65th, yeah, celebration, 2017. And then former President George Weah Omeo had to leave, and then the army took over. Tomorrow is Armed Forces Day. I know you've been following, some of the celebrations and all of the activities. You see guests will be coming, and but this one I'm seeing something strange. I don't know which. That's what I wanted, but I don't know what is that. I'm seeing the flag of Sierra Leone. The Sierra Leonean flag is being posted. It's just posted right here on the fence of the barracks, and then the picture of Julius Mother Bill is on the light pole there, right at the entrance of the barracks. Tomorrow is Armed Forces Day.
So, Jeff, the army is one of the key areas in maintaining our country's national peace. And I think at all levels, they should be prioritized. For tomorrow's day celebration, like you said, we are seeing the the
The flag
the
of
flag
Sierra
of
Leone.
Sierra Leone. We are also seeing the
Yeah.
photo of Sierra Leone's president, Madam Bill. But I think the communications department
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Ministry of National Defense
Would have
should
been.
have been the best person to speak on tomorrow's event to provide
Yeah.
to provide set rules, set guidelines about how the program
Hmm.
will be like. For Jeff, our army, I think they should also prioritize, and at certain level they have been prioritized over the years, going past presidents and the current president they have been prioritized. And there's a need for us to also prioritize them because the peace and stability of our country is key.
Hmm. Hmm.
Without the peace and stability we enjoy today, trust me, the road that is leading from Central Monrovia to Douala, Simple will not be paved. That
Obviously.
construction will not continue. So it is always important for us to ensure that our guardians, men and women of the armed forces of Liberia, are prioritized. You see, like I always say, the soldiers, the nurses, those are
Hmm.
people that
The
our teachers,
teachers.
those are people that should also prioritize because it is their knowledge, it is their strive, it is their sacrifices that keep us going. So they should also be prioritized to a certain level. But I think we we should continue making effort probably for now to the short time
The
for
end of
us
the
to speak
show.
with
Yeah.
the head of communication there at the Ministry of National Defense to provide updates
Hmm.
on tomorrow's event. Who are the guests? Who are we expected to see on tomorrow's program?
Hmm.
We are seeing the photo of Sierra Leone's president, Madam Bio.
What does it mean?
What does
I
it
mean,
mean?
why is it being
Why
placed
is
there? I
it
think
being
it's the
placed
first time I'm seeing. I don't know whether there have been other presidents' pictures or photos there, but it's strange. And then this is the first time the president Joseph Boakai will, you know, have I think engagement, real one-on-one engagement. Because mind you, his first Armed Forces Day celebration last year was disrupted by the AFL widows. Yeah, the women of the disbanded. Yes, disbanded. So we don't. We hope that will not be the case on tomorrow, as we're seeing decorations are already ongoing in the barracks. We hope things will be fine. It won't be on tomorrow. Okay. Lastly, before we take calls, over the weekend on Saturday, the president dedicated. Uh, a project in Tottenberg, and that project has sparked public's attention. Lee, citizens of Bomi, Tottenberg City, they they've expressed. Some of them are happy about it, some are not. Uh, the inscription that follows, or the caption that follows the project is that we'll take course just for a bit. We'll take course just for a bit. So uh, it says President Boakai dedicates presidential sanitary project in Balasua community, Tottenberg City, Bomi County. Presidential project. Yeah. And so um, you know, where I had the time to speak with a few media colleagues, and there were things I captured because while I was watching it live, if I saw the video on Spoon, I watched it on Spoon, then I switched to E Mansion. I saw E as E Mansion was also live, LNTV. But then the local media institutions that are in the county, especially Radio Bomi and Puma FM, owned by Senator Snow, they were not invited. So I reached out, and the guys at Puma FM, they confirmed to me that, well, local media institutions in the county here were not invited. They could not even have a word with the president. And then the project, the sanitary project, presidential sanitary project, I don't know. It's a kind of polythene that was constructed in water, that way to build it with the faucets and thing. Build it in like a bus stop, and then it was built. But this is what I'm driving at. The president, is a good thing to dedicate these kind of projects. But when you construct, he constructed. Well, when you're doing it, do it for the people. We've been told that, and then if I when I checked the video, the photo, I noticed that where the sanitary project was constructed is in a compound of a church. This church, I'm told that it was where when the president was small, he was little. He even went to school there. It's a Pentecostal school, right? Where he went to school, and then the in December, sometimes last year, when the president visited, and so the church pastor asked him to, help construct. So it's called the Free Pentecostal Global Mission Church, and so to help him with this project. But then he did it in the fence, and that's a private property. So when you put a pump or the whatever project over there, is it for the community or the church? So I've been having this kind of concern, and people in the county, they are mixed reactions. Some are happy, some are not happy. So I don't know what's your take.
So Jeff, I don't want to be the man of the president,
Mm-hmm.
but I think, like you said, the president was engaged by the head pastor of the church
Yeah.
to construct this this sanitary
project. The water
the
project.
water project. He was engaged by the pastor.
Yeah, that was what I heard from the people.
So if that was the case, and then the president went on to do this project, I think personally it is for
The church.
or the pastor,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because it was on the pastor request
Mhm.
that the president added. In another case, if the president meant to have do
So-
this water project
Yeah.
for
The entire
the
community.
entire community or district, I think this project would have been done at a public facility
Obviously, when there are vacant lands over there,
that everyone
everybody will just benefit
has
from.
access to. Or how be it, probably residents of the community can recommend that to the project at Jefferson's house, because Jefferson, one of our community leaders, a house is always open, it's always free for us to do it at Jefferson house. For Jefferson
Mm-hmm. To look after it, oversight, to look at it, maintenance, and
maintenance and all that. But if the president did this, if the president acted on the request of the head pastor of the church, meaning it was not done for the community, rather it was done for the church or the pastor. But I think the issue of water, access to safe drinking water, is key. These are things that we should take seriously. They always they're not always having conversation about. Yeah, it is good to have big conversations, but you can't be having big conversations and the petty things are not being done. Kudos to the Labrador Water and Seaway Corporation, the LWSC. They are doing extremely well. But I think more need to be done to ensure safe drinking water to homes across the country. So the thing is, the issue of carbon water at various homes, it is important, it is ongoing, but there is a tradition of hand pumps. Now all of the houses in Central America will get
no
safe drinking water. So what government is striving to ensure houses get access to carbon water? There's a need to just
construct these hand pumps in communities,
most especially in rural areas. People in rural areas
are still fetching from streams.
Yeah, it was interesting to know that some people even use water that is manipulated by other concession companies' operation. They're using those water to
drink, to cook. Because somebody is setting up the stream, the water is rolling down. Somebody is setting up they use it as a latrine. You put up, they sit and just defecate there, and the water brings it down. There's a town all the way down. They're drinking from that same water that same stream.
So I don't know, but the county superintendent, the development superintendent, other county officials, those are things that if you are elected as county official, most especially as development superintendent, those are things that you should push for your county to have.
Yeah.
Safe drinking water. Trust me, before Weah and the team reach to one county, it's not anytime soon. So there's a need that government construct hand pumps. One hand pump in every community is enough. Sometimes one community can get over the 4, 5, 6,000 person. Then put one hand pump there. People will not be going to a screen, be fetching water from screen. Sometimes they like I said, sometimes concession companies they use the water after that. But those are the same water that people use.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but it actually baffles me to see Liberia after, like I said, after 19 almost 20 years, that citizens still don't have access to safe drinking water, still fetching from screen.
Well, that's the country we're in. We hope, and the people, in fact, Mr. President, thank you for the project. Thank you, but I think the people of Bomi, from my interaction with them, they need the road, that Tottenham from Tottenham City to Monrovia. The road is very bad. They don't need that. It's old now, and they talk about infrastructure and other things. So in my mind, I think, Mr. President, though you did it, but it is not for. I don't want to be, because that pastor, that man could decide that nobody. In fact, it's after 5. Nobody come in the church after water again. You can't stop the man you can't force the man to open your finger. So I don't want to believe or to say that it is for the community. It is for the church. The fact that you build it on a private land, a private property, it's not for the community. It's just for, the church and what have you. So we hope that you will, more will be done for the people, because, Mr. President, the I don't know how to, there's a word I'm going to use. You have in Bomi the proximity you have in over people of Bomi, especially to a particular county. Yeah, those are the Bomi has suffered a lot. My own 2 of years on former President Salif and Tottenham Bride stayed that way, and then we have now the first lady from Bomi, and the president visits Bomi frequently. No, man, please, Mr. President, do something for the people of Bomi County. Yeah, it shouldn't be the senator or just be telling the person will do that, but at least, Mr. President, you use that Bomi road frequently. Please do something for the people of Bomi County. All right, you got something to say, Lee? Yeah.
So there is the issue of the 72nd United Methodist Church.
Yeah,
I'm told that they are broken away from
on yesterday, yeah.
on the issue of homosexuality.
That same-sex marriage.
And I think we should not be hearing this conversation anywhere around our churches.
Mm-hmm.
I think this conversation should be far from the churches. But I don't know for what reason, on what purpose this conversation has surfaced and been held in the
Yeah.
church.
And they go for convention.
They are currently on convention. And this is where the final determination on the acceptance or denial of the homosexuality thing will be made.
Yeah.
So, like I said, this conversation should be nowhere around our churches. I originated from the United Methodist Church, but I'm deeply disappointed to be hearing this.
Bishop Choir coming for you. I am Bishop.
I'm no longer a member.
Oh, why you not be a member?
But the thing is,
but the matter could be resolved.
Before the conversation, I think. But even if I will not be in the United Methodist Church, a conversation, trust me, I will not be in the United Methodist. This conversation is completely against the I don't know.
The church, I don't know what's happening to the church in Liberia. The church.
We say church. What is the meaning of church? We say God. They say homosexuality.
Imagine.
Where are we going?
Should we be even having this kind of discussion in the temple of God, where people go and worship? They will be having these kind. Because I remember there was a disruption again.
It means we're not respecting God.
Yeah.
Like the religious people said, these are some of the reasons for our current position as a country. We are failed to respect the word of God. Our churches are getting deeply involved into issues that should not be anywhere around the churches.
I just don't know.
Having this kind of conversation, you people even also have conversation about making determination about this decision about homosexuality and just been getting married. You people are the same people who teach our kids the Bibles to have God destroy,
Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah.
So it is the same thing you people are having conversation about relative to the church. Where are we going?
We're here. So yes, we take calls. If you follow us, those of you who are listening to the radio, it's time that we interact with you on the show this morning. The numbers are 0770 573 477, 0770 573 477, 0881 871 670, 0881 871 670. The WhatsApp line is +231 886 681198, +231 886 681198. We've talked a lot of issues here on the show this morning. We talked about the Liberty Party's convention over the weekend. Daniel Sando, Deputy Minister for Technical Services, now he was inducted as Vice Chair for Press and Public Affairs of the Liberty Party. Senator Yombi Kanga Lawrence said, though they supported the Unity Party, or they will continue to support the rescue mission, but if something goes wrong, they will come out to speak. Daniel Sando will be the one to always be speaking for the Liberty Party since he's the Vice Chair for Press and Public Affairs. Do you think Daniel Sando will do that since he's the Deputy Minister for Press and Public Affairs, Technical Services at the Ministry of Information? This person, good morning.
Good morning, my dear. Good morning.
Good morning, Yanni.
My name is Samuel Weah.
Samuel Weah?
Samuel Weah.
Okay.
A member of the United Methodist Church.
Let's hear you.
I'm sick of this. My grandmother, I'm from Ketama, by the way. My grandmother, my great-grandmother, they are level of, the all number, at least. This conversation, everything is there. You are then wondering, and something over there. Who's breaking this? I don't understand. I'm so confused with it, my dear brother. You know, but I will not give up. I'm a member of the church. I'm still a member of the church. I told my children to be very careful, you know, not to be brainwashed about this. I'm confused with my brother.
Are you going for the convention?
I'm not going anywhere.
Hmm.
I just went to Obama 2-3 days ago. And one of the weekend, if you're my little people, I'm from Bomi, Maryland, and Greenfield. But I have somebody else, conversation, but we know what it is, let's I'm not from the North. So you have one people and go there, so you know, no, we are organized there. You cannot penetrate us so easily with this kind of a sick idea, my brother.
Wow.
Let me get your photos with chance, man. I'm sick of this. Bye-bye, man.
Thank you so much. All right, 0770573477. What do you make of our talking points this morning on the show? We've talked lots of things. We also talked about the Minister of Health statement, talking about the lack of compassionate care for patients at various health facilities. You know, she wants this relationship between patients and nurses. She also, wants clinics administrators to hire trainers to train their nurses. You know, according to all the way nurses talk to patients, pregnant women when they go for treatment. We talk about, that as well. The United Methodist Church yesterday, the 72nd United Methodist Church broke away from the church. Where next are they going? Though the church is going for convention. And other national issues, the president dedicated a presidential sanitary project in Bomi in Tottenham yesterday, over the weekend on Saturday. What do you make of this talking? Tomorrow is Armed Forces Day. We're seeing the flag of Sierra Leone and the photo of Sierra Leonean President Julius Maada Bio is being, placed on a pole just at Grady Allison, the entrance there. What does it mean? I don't know. It's my first time seeing this. I don't know whether some of you have seen it. But all of these issues we've highlighted and other things we talk about. What do you make of it? Mr. Cummings will be speaking. What do you expect also from his statement on Wednesday? 0770 573 477 0770 573 477 0881 871 6700 881 871 670 plus 231 886 681198 are the numbers. Lee Monju, Jefferson, we're here this morning on the Kear Morning Show. We're having a wonderful conversation here. James, I always call James Walker as a bishop. I don't know, but honestly, Lee, Liberia, in our country, we hope that this country will get better in terms of, infrastructure, boosting our economy. When central bank governor, government officials continue to take fat salaries away, they only look for only day in their families, the ordinary people. When students, their children in school up to now, their parents cannot still get them uniforms, and you have a health practitioner who has his or her own private clinic. And so when you go to that to redemption, they refer you to go to Lee Monju Medical Center or Lee Monju's clinic. That's the only clinic. When you go, check on it no more.
And this is becoming a tradition in Nigeria. And one of the things of recent, like I earlier stated, to pay ex-central bank governor over 300,000 just to say, I do not want you in the position. I want own. You pay him over 300,000. Go to Annie Banks Government School in Bravo. There is no chair.
Yeah.
Low sitting capacity. The school are next to Annie Banks and one early middle school.
Yeah.
Like early middle
yeah.
Elementary government school. The last time I went there, you have 3 classes in one
room.
I
Yeah.
think black bull separating them. Black bull separating them.
It's so pathetic.
We are here paying an individual to leave a position only because of political differences. We are paying an individual worth 300,000. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Divert that 300,000 to government schools across the country.
Take it to redemption, and the redemption budget have been reduced.
Take it to redemption.
Yeah.
At this point, we are no longer having support from
you said now.
From
Because
we are paying ex-champion governor just for him to vacate that position.
Almost $500,000.
Almost half a million. Do you know what it means? Jeff, we need to get serious. And decision making in government is key because every decision you make, we have other or we either benefit the government or we do a lot to the government because decision making is key. Take into consideration the health issue in our country. Take into consideration electricity. Take into consideration schools. Schools are complaining. Teachers are complaining. Well, you paying one person almost $1 million within a short while just to vacate the position. At the same time, you are paying the person who are taking on that position.
Oh yeah, you gotta pay them every month $22,000 just for the man, his salary, all of things. They are not just you calculate that money every year. You know how much the man will get. This country.
Our leaders need to make decisions that will better impact the livelihood of our country. Nowadays, nobody wants to send a child or children to any banks. Nobody wants to send a child to Sarah Bagley School. Nobody wants to send a child to Tottenham. Only because governments are not paying key attention to those institutions. And if we cannot get our institutions, our government institutions up to date, trust me, the private institutions will continue to have
Yes, intuition and everything.
Or whatsoever fees.
Obviously.
If I will not get properly treated at redemption, what's the essence of me going to redemption?
I gotta go St. Joseph.
I will better go St. Joseph or fake clinic.
Fake clinic, yeah.
Where if you say the pay 7,000, I'll pay the 7,000 get treated.
Because you want better treatment.
Because I want better treatment. Then for me to go redemption where nurses will be venting their anger on me because
they're not getting their own salary. So as if you're responsible.
Am I responsible? If I problem and 75, I'm making because you're making for 75 again.
Yeah.
And I'm paying my taxes on my salary.
Yeah.
Then you get invested with me as though I'm the one responsible for you not taking pay. Come on, man. We gotta graduate. We gotta do more.
Obviously, we have to do more. We have to graduate from these things.
Yeah, graduate from this thing.
Yeah, because if we continue to do these things, Liberia will just remain where it is. We'll be paying these officials of government every year. Somebody walks away with almost $200,000 just from their salaries. When civil servants themselves are not even getting, and you know they're not even getting their salaries, but they can't speak out because they fear of losing their jobs. Because you can you start engaging too much, protesting. Some don't want to bring the government to public dispute, so they just relax and feel that everything is now well.
Everything is now well.
Mr. President, everything is now well with your people. The government officials that are taking salaries, they don't even, some of them, they will even see their employees, they will see their workers along the road. But because he's a minister or a director, he will not stop for that person, knowing fully well that person's salary cannot even, commensurate with all of their expenditures and everything in a month. But they will see you along the road and just pass. You'll see a minister coming over there. Even assistant ministers, when they get a position, they feel so relaxed. They're above the other people now, so they don't care. They get car, so they just pass by you. You're getting salary. We hope the government will do well. We hope that things will get better. But honestly, in this country, the issue of health is very much important. Health is important. Education is important. I visited the University of Liberia just last week. I went there twice. Look, the main campus. My colleague Gerald T. Morris, Gerald made a video. He said just to get a 1 degree, you will 2 cheers from one place. Imagine state-run university. You take cheers up to now. University of Liberia is still struggling with cheers, seating capacity. The class is so congested. The number of students I saw in that class, so all standing to the door. University of Liberia.
And Jeff, this is some of the reasons that some people are just sitting home because they don't have money to go AMU, Zambia, they don't have money to go Stella or Cottington. They say I don't want to go to University of Liberia because of the 3 Ds.
That's all.
They got to enter, they got to stay, they got to graduate. So because of this, I don't want to go there because I don't have that patience to fight for balls, to go friendly. I don't have that patience to do this, to do that. I don't have that patience to fight for chairs. So those are some of the reasons. Some people, sincerely, some people are staying home because the situation at the University of Liberia is not, it's not encouraging.
Of course,
we need to invest more in our schools, most especially government-run institutions.
Obviously, if we can,
hospitals, because if we cannot do these things, trust me, we are heading nowhere. Because I will not want to go to university because I don't have the strength to pay for chairs. Why would I be going to university
when it's government is supposed to provide all buses? You don't see the school university library. You don't see the buses anymore. Maybe if they are there, they're just few. But normally when you used to visit the UL, you will see the buses will be packed right there. By the time you enter, you'll see the buses packed. Oh, the buses are no longer packed there. Where are they? Whether they only stationed at Fendel, I don't know. James and Marama are in UL here. I don't know what they can rally from.
That's why private universities they are increasing.
Yeah.
Fees.
Of course.
If I can recall a few years back, students are paying $15 per credit. But for more than 3, 4, 5, 6 years, people are paying $7. And there are conversations that it might even increase to $20.
Yeah.
If AMU administration increases or money to $20 per credit, trust me, students will have no option but to pay. You don't go here to touch here. You don't go here to touch here. You don't go here to be funny.
To stay long. You don't go stay long. Where
you don't go there. So until government can invest more in education, health
and security,
and all major things, private institutions will continue to make profit.
Yeah.
At the detriment of citizens.
Yeah, because even when you say okay, all government schools, you take is free of charge and what have you, and then you do the one where the graduation fee is 5,000. Private school graduation fee $100. The private schools carry up to 150, 160. Government still cannot even tell the people say, hey, you stop. Because even when we go and do the investigation, we notice that you overcharging and what have you. You come back, one communication man called Martin Britain. He know nothing about it. Yeah, you know anything when you call him, say you can't talk, but man, but we'll do it. We'll check it. If you find it, anybody will notice it. Bring that person. When you carry that like fly, they will just do say, and nothing. The last time they did a tour, they were in the counties. According to, because I spoke with the assistant minister one time, and he said, "Oh yes, we're going. In fact, some of the places we passed, we saw students sitting on breaks and what have you, and blah blah blah. But what have they done to improve, the learning conditions of the children in the school? The students are still facing difficulties. People are still sitting, the walking distances, they're sitting on the floor just to acquire education. But then in the city here, nothing is being
So
done.
that's it, Jeff. And one thing I know for sure that no man wants to spend money
Mhm.
and just like that.
Oh yeah.
Do you think I have interest in sending my little son to TMO? Or
For
do you
what?
think I have interest in sending my little son Salvation
It's
Army?
because you get plenty of money.
If I got government schools that are well equipped to capacity, seating capacity, in terms of instruction,
Mm-hmm.
everything is okay. Are there any reason to send my son to tell them to be what
Mm-hmm.
$600 a year? No, that money will be used for something meaningful.
Yeah.
But I'm compulsory. I'm forced. I'm entitled to send my child to tell because the school nearby, Sierra Barkley, is not up to date. The school nearby, Annie Banks, is not up to date. All of government schools within the area, they are not up to date. Banjo Public, all of the public schools, Simple
You
Public,
see the children running all around.
and they
Nobody
also
looking after them.
nobody looking after them.
It's too bad.
I will not
T2,
send
yeah.
T2 everywhere just the same. I will not send my child there. I will send my child to where my child will be monitored, to where teachers are paid in their
I don't know. I don't know why government sees this as something difficult. When private schools, you see these children in private schools, their classes, you see, especially for the nursery division, the kindergarten, you see in the classroom, you see they have a flat screen there. The children are learning from the internet and what have you. But you go to government schools, you don't see these things. I don't know why it's so difficult when government is the one controlling the entire economy.
And this has been just a scene, years in,
Yes.
years out. Early 12 year, this was where we were.
Yeah.
Judge Weah says here, we are still at this position. Joseph Boakai first 1 year, we are still
Nothing has changed.
in this position. Where are we heading?
Nothing has changed. Yes, it's not about we'll pay 12 creators fees and now creator what? No, that's not it. That's not it. Look, we need a very conducive learning environment where at least even you, minister, will say, okay, my child will attend or Sarah Barkley. Now, where foreign minister is the foreign minister lives district 17 in Brockville. You have the LEC boss. He lives in District 17. His deputy lives in District 17. You have representatives and senators that live in District 17. So you think if all of the private schools, you have Annie Banks, you have Ella Mills, you have Sarah Barkley, Banjo Public Schools, the Brockville, all those schools, if all of those schools are up to date, tell me, man. But they will not choose to send their children to those schools because they know that the school and they do nothing about it. They will pass budget and what have you. Just sit there and talk. Somebody will come run campaign on education will improve it. All those things just mere promises to just ride on the I don't know the leniency of the people and say, well, send the poor will say things to them they will believe. When we get there, that all we want by the time we get it, we're done. Well, we said we take a few calls and then we call it a day. Here we're almost out of time. 0770 573. We're talking national issues. 0770 573477. 0770 573477. 081 871 6700. 881 871 670 plus 231 886 681198 are the numbers you can use. I don't know the United Methodist people. Yes, I wish I could spoken with the pastor from that 72nd church, but hopefully on Wednesday or Thursday we'll try our efforts to see whether we can have a roundtable conversation surrounding that. But if you're there, you want to make your input this morning on all of the things we talked. Yeah, well, it is the opportunity is here now. It's time we interact. If not, Lee, we've talked for almost 2 hours. So
Yeah, Jeff,
just
we'll
wrap up
continue
now.
to
Yeah.
have these kind of conversations to ensure that our government officials are more sure that many of them are listening to this radio, and we'll keep having this conversation to ensure that the best is done because to get Liberia to where we want Liberia to be, we need to put our government official feet to the fire to ensure that they do what is best for the country and its people. We cannot keep taking decisions that does not reflect the people in the country.
Oh.
We cannot keep paying people to take them out of their position. We cannot keep violating the laws of our country to keep people out of their position because we want our own people. While our government, schools, our government facilities are being abandoned, no support. So we'll continue to have this conversation to ensure that we have better healthcare system, have better education system. Our government, our teachers are paid, our nurses are paid. We also have conversation, put authorities of the Ministry of Health to the fire to ensure they do a regular check-up on nurses.
It should not just be the motor thing. I think it's talking because you won't be in the news.
So they should continue to do or continue check on at the real public facilities to ensure that nurses are doing what they're supposed to do because with that we will have a better result in we will have a better result in catering to their patients. So this and many more conversation will continue to have. Liberia first, Liberia last. Liberia is above all political interests. Daniel Sano is it is a call for you to resign your position from the Liberty Party. You are serving government, you are not in government. Those were conversations that you guys had during the presidency of former President Weah. Those are conversations that you guys had to 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 replace the former president. 9 people are in the same position in Elizabeth. And it's not only it is not only Daniel Sano, other officials from in government from the Unity Party, they are still holding on to they are still holding on to party position. This is counterproductive. This is against good governance. I think uh, civil society organizations they have highlighted this terms of our numbers. It is about time that if those officials don't want to resign, they don't want to declare their asset. The President Joseph Yvonne Boakai, His Excellency, I think it is about time to ensure to act to ensure that people take the government very seriously because failure to act, trust me, people will feel like he's dancing to the tune of his officials or the official is dancing to the tune of the president. So failure for people to act, I think it is a disrespect to his office and he must act as a leader as immediately as possible. Any delay to act, trust me, people will have people will not have confidence in the government. And when you start to do the right thing, people
it'll be late now.
So it is important that you act now because to ensure that your legacy is on that to do all the more. If Jefferson were as president, Jefferson will say, but I will do just what President Bola did.
Yeah.
He will be recording history for and ensuring transparency, accountability, and rule of law in government. So Jefferson will continue to have this conversation with me. Sit on the platform. We hope to have more and more conversation in this to come.
Lee Monju there has been here this morning. We've had a wonderful conversation. So I just wanted again let you know that we will be here always to talk about these things. But Daniel Sando, I'm stressing on him because this has been his core all through. While in opposition, always they cried on the liberty the CDC government that you cannot be in government and then you still be serving party position. And so this, Unity Party, we have lots of them. The likes of Amos Tue, he's the SG of the Unity Party. He's the managing director at LPRC. You have Reverend Luther Tape, the chairperson of the party, is the board chair of NPA. You have Toga Melvin Sifas, the youth chair. He is the deputy managing director of administration at the National Transit Authority. And many of them, they are serving in key positions. So we hope, I don't know how Daniel will react to Unity Party, to President Boakai when President Boakai does the wrong thing. I don't know whether the Liberty Party, in fact, even Senator Yombi Kanga Lawrence, I don't know whether she will face President Boakai, whenever he does the wrong thing. The Unity Party, I don't know whether Liberty Party will come up with a very strong statement, because I know that statement will be coming from Daniel Sando, and also the Minister of Health. She, she made a statement, but they should not just be about you just wanting to be, a minister who wants to be in the news, or there should be compassion when it comes to nurses, treating patients and what have you. You should look after them. It should not just be a showmanship, but there should be. I think I would recommend a task force, at these various health centers, so that you can see actually what is going, what patients go through, how they react, how they treat nurses, or patients, how the nurses treat patients. You know, even though you say all the services here are free, no money being here, but still monies are being collected at various health facilities. All right. Yesterday, the 72nd United Methodist Church broke away from the United Methodist Church. Their convention is ongoing in Bond County. My name has been Jefferson Perry Weah, and I'm always here again. Tomorrow morning, the show will come to you live from the Barclay Training Center, where the Armed Forces Day celebration will take place, and we will be there as early as possible to bring you the happenings of tomorrow's event. Do have yourselves a blessed day from Monrovia, and of course, keep listening to Kear Radio. Let me say speedy recovery to my brother George Weah, our IT man here. George Weah is not too well, and George, I hope you recover very soon. He could not be on the show, yesterday because he's not well. So that's it. That's the song that introduces and closes this platform. Thanks to all of you for listening. Thanks for watching as well. Thanks to my man Lee Monju. My name has been Jefferson Perry. I do have yourselves a blessed. Well, before I close this show, sorry, let me make it quickly. Let me just do this announcement that those in the community here, this district, where because you people are the direct beneficiary of this institution, if you have your announcement, your deaf announcement, yes, a deaf announcement, well, you can bring it here at the station, and so that we can air it for you. Yes, free of charge. So bring it, and we air it for you. It's free of charge for this month of February, and of course. So thank you again. Have yourself a blessed Tuesday, Monday from Monrovia.